Hi, I'm Marissa Kozlov. Welcome back for another eMarketer Industry Voices, where we bring you perspectives on how marketers are working through challenges and what they envision for the future. With me today is Victoria Lozano, Executive Vice President and General Manager at Crayola. Vicki, so nice to see you today.
Great to be here, Marissa.
Vicki, Crayola has been around for a long time. We all grew up with the brand. It's extremely iconic. Can you share with us a little bit more about the brand strategy and your mission today, and also how that's evolved?
Crayola is an amazing brand. It's been in business for almost 120 years. Of course, most well known for its iconic crayon, but what's really most exciting is the mission. We make a lot of great products, but we're in the business of helping parents and educators raise creatively alive kids. And we believe that those kids become creative and inspired adults that will lead our world in the future. So, as such, we see our strategy really as bigger than just products. We like to think about it in the context of products, experiences, and content. And how do those things work together to create an ecosystem for the brand that creates a meaningful relationship with the consumer?
Let's first talk about the product. So I'll admit, I am the mom of an elementary school student. And since the start of the pandemic, I have seen the colorful hand sanitizers, the kid-sized face masks everywhere in the playground, the school drop-off and pickup lines. These have become really popular. What's been the response from parents?
I want to start actually with the overall Crayola business. What we have seen over the last year is that the house, the home, has really become a hub of activity for a lot of families with kids. Kids are looking for activities to do. Parents are looking to keep their kids busy, but also to have activities with their kids. There are limitations on what we could do outside of the home. So we've really seen huge increases and huge demand for a lot of our products. You might not know that one of our most successful actually licensed products is bath product. And it's, colorful, creative products for the bath, oral care products. And now over the last year, face masks, where a Crayola face masks was one of the best rated face masks for kids. So certainly kind of seeing that kind of increase and dynamics across our business in our normal categories, but also outside of our core business.
What has Crayola learned as its pandemic strategy has evolved?
We've amplified some things, we doubled down on others, we had to scale back some others. But at the end of the day, what we really have been focused on is how we continue to be helpful to parents and to kids, how we continue to stay engaged with them, and how we can offer meaningful experiences to them, whether it's home, whether it's outside of home. And I think while the pandemic has certainly reshaped what we do and how we do it, those priorities have not changed, for us. We may have executed them differently over the last year, and they may shift again as we begin to hopefully come out of the pandemic. But those priorities have kind of remained and will continue to be our guiding light.
Diversity and inclusion is a top priority at many companies. And recently, Crayola unveiled its Colors of the World collection, which includes 24 new skin tones. Tell us more about the collection and also the importance of representation at Crayola.
Absolutely. Crayola launched its Colors of the World line just within the last year, and this has received tremendous support and tremendous reception from our consumers. It's actually something that Crayola has had in development for quite some time, but certainly the launch of it was quite welcome and at the right time where people are looking for really opportunities to express themselves, to be able to show true, authentic self, and to be able to see themselves being represented. And at the end of the day, we just play a small part in enabling kids of all skin tones, all origins, to be able to see themselves in the art that they create.
One pillar you brought up at the beginning of our conversation was experiences. Crayola has 5 experience centers across the US. My family and I visited the one in Easton, Pennsylvania about 2 years ago, and we had such a blast there. The other 4 are located in retail destinations like the Mall of America. So, how did the Crayola experience change in the past year when in person experiences were operating on such a limited scale?
Clearly, during the pandemic, we were not really able to provide those kinds of experiences. But what we're seeing now is really kind of the resurgence of families looking to have experiences, looking to be able to kind of do things that they haven't been able to do as much over the last year. And what's really an important part of it is this family bonding experience, right? When people come to us, they're engaged in the brand, but they're also focused on being able to have those experiences as a family unit. They're not worried about setting up and cleaning up and what else might be happening in the household. So we really offer these kind of immersive experiences, and we're seeing consumers really coming back and the resurgence of kind of interest and enthusiasm for being able to have those kinds of experiences outside of home.
I remember one of the best parts of my experience there was when my daughter was able to put her own name on the crayon. That was a huge hit, and have not forgotten about that one.
It is one of the most popular, yes.
Another thing that's become really popular in the past year is crafting. That really skyrocketed in 2020 as everyone, parents and educators, wanted to keep busy, and they obviously wanted to keep their kids busy too. Crayola has been really active on social media with sharing new project ideas and how-to videos. How did Crayola have to rework its social strategy to plug into this trend?
Actually, what we didn't really have to rework it. What we had to really do is amp it up. We were already doing those kinds of activities because we just really think that it is very, very consistent with the brand. It is what consumers were already looking for. And we were finding that consumers were really engaging with this type of content. So we call it what you often call it, we double down. We've created a lot more content. We've taken it to new channels. We've kind of began to really think about, we actually started a new YouTube channel. It's called Crayola Kingdom. And it really focuses on one of our most successful creative toy products called Scribble Scrubbies. And all of those things have really kind of amplified what we do in this space. And honestly, I can only see it increasing going forward.
And outside of YouTube, are there any other new social channels that you'll be exploring?
YouTube is really a key priority for us on how we continue to engage in that space. It's certainly where the kids are and where they're looking for a lot of content. We've always used a lot of other channels such as Facebook or Instagram, and we're going to continue to do that as well. And we're going to continue to look for new opportunities. I think it's a really ubiquitous brand. And an ability for consumers to engage with the brand in a lot of different places is important.
That sounds excellent. I cannot wait to get a new box of Crayola, especially with those new colors of the world that we talked about earlier. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
And thanks to all of you for tuning in to eMarketer's Industry Voices. We'll see you soon. And until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and please wear a mask.
There's magic in the air. Or maybe it's just business and tech getting along. VTech's commerce platform helps you find the harmony between business and technology. VTech's